bell. Like and share these videos. Leave comments down below. Once again, we present to you Take It to the Streets live morning show, one of the baddest morning shows in the gig economy. We wanted to start back doing live stream ride-alongs. So we get back in the feel of what we do and what we do best. And I know a lot of people not expecting me to be on at this time because it's been a while since I did one of these. But we're going to make an announcement. This is one of the things I do not like. Let's see, I'm liking. Oh, Lord. I can't do that. That's the problem right there. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Some major adjustments so I can be able to turn that screen, flip it back and forth. I don't want you looking at my phone mount looking jacked up like that. We welcome all new viewers. We welcome all new drivers that are out here on the platform doing what they do. It's going to be a little sun glare. I hate that due to the moving around. I miss my tablet because I could have it set picture perfect. I can flip my screen back and forth. I can flip my screen on this one, but I got my wow. The way I got it in this vehicle is not conducive enough, ladies and gentlemen, to flip it back and forth because you'll be looking right into the phone mount. That's not good. But anyway, I want to address some comments in a few minutes. And that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm trying to address the comments. Apologize for the sun glare that's going to be in the background. I got somebody on my rear end. As usual, we out here in these streets. I mean, they on my rear end. I know a lot of drivers go through this situation here. And when you got somebody act like they about to hit you in the back of your rear end, that's crazy. We're going to be doing that Earn by Time feature again. That's the episode that I'm choosing to do a case study on. Then once I complete that case study, we're going to be doing earn per offer. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of both features, which are really two programs that they put into one program, and they put them as features of choice. Good morning, Gulf Coast Banger. I think that was Banger. Blogger. Glad to have you here this morning, man. How you doing? And like I said, we back out here doing this again. Take It to the Streets live morning show, one of the baddest live shows in the gig community. So I'm going to get to the comment section in a few minutes because I want to address what viewers, subscribers, and my audience been talking about, giving me feedback about what they think, what their perspective and what their thoughts are in this Earn by Time feature. What part of the city you from? Gulf Coast, Blogger. What part of the city you from, bro? Yeah, we'd like to know that, what city you in. We normally interact with different drivers in different cities. I usually have phone call conferences among drivers, and we all be doing our ride-alongs at the same time, whether it's multi-apping, doing DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Mobile, Alabama. You just brought back some old memories, man. When I was in the military, I was a sailor. We used to go to Mobile because the shipyard, once in the dry dock, I was stationed on the USS Lexington. many years ago. And we used to go there, man, and we would paint the city, so to speak. Yeah, Mobile is a nice place, man. It's beautiful down there. People have beautiful personalities back then. You know, you could go enjoy yourself. Mingle with people. We have what we call this Cinderella duty. I was saying we call it Cinderella duty, and we would get off and we would take our liberty and we'll go out and enjoy the nightlife with the people of Mobile. All right, we're gonna be in the Chick-fil-A. That's where we're going right now. Only 3 hot spots shown, but that don't mean that other restaurants in that area are not serving DoorDash orders. This is what I want drivers to understand. Whether you're a cherry picker, whether you're a top dasher, whether you no tip, no trip, whether you decline now, whatever preference of a driver that you want to be. I thought people got this news flash 18 months ago, but I'm going to give you the news flash as soon as this 18 wheeler get bounced. School bus making a turn. We good. The pandemic honeymoon phase is over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say it again. The pandemic honeymoon phase is over. I got a hit. Go ahead and show it to you right quick. And I lost it that quick too. Wow. That's why you got to pay attention to everything that you're doing. I just lost one. At that time when I was trying to get to show it to you guys, I got this car that was directly behind me on my rear end. And all they got to do is get in the passing lane to pass me. What's going on, Matthew? How you doing this morning? Jonathan, Kid, how you doing this morning, man? Thank you for subscribing. You know, I appreciate you brothers and everything coming in, checking us out on this live morning show, where we try to give how-to realistic information videos. You know, we try our best to keep it real, and we get out here and we let the rubber meet the road, and we get out here and do these case studies ourselves. You know, once upon a time, I used to ask drivers questions, and I still had unanswered questions. So I said, the only way I'm going to find out the truth is I'm going to have to get out here myself, and I want to provide that truth and share it with you. So I missed out on that opportunity. And when I missed out on that opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, they made me turn around and wow, that's crazy. I must have had 2 that hit. But anyway, we ready to park. I'm not a top dasher, as you can tell. I had to be on schedule. I had an order going to McDonald's. I missed that one. I must have missed one before that. It's all good though. When you're a top dasher, you are not a top dasher. Not only if you're not a top dasher, but if you're not a top dasher, you got a schedule. Blocks like 30-minute blocks, 1 hour block, 2 hour blocks. So you got to maximize your earnings. That's why I wanted to do the case study. Being a non-top dasher, I didn't have the programs. I began to get them one by one now. But I'm over here in a no go-to zone where I like to do a lot of my EBTs. And what I mean by that is this place is notorious for not tipping, okay? And a lot of places, long wait times. And this was one of the perfect places for me to do my case study. I do it in all 7 different zones. But I started off here due to that fact. But since I'm off the platform, we're going to park and we're going to talk about this live stream topics that I want to talk to. Once again, I apologize for the glare. I got to get somewhere in park where the sun won't be messing up the view of this show. I got to give a shout out to the information man. The other night we came in and tapped in on a very good topic, very good subject he was talking about, suicide prevention among black youth. And I'm gonna get his permission to be able to share that with this community here in Memphis. That's a powerful information we need here, for Black youth and Black families. I grew up where we sit at the table. We said our prayer, we sat at the table, we had that conversation. We sat down. It was like a board meeting, if you know what I mean. Breakfast time, lunchtime, dinner time. It was like a board meeting. Breakfast time was one of the most important parts of the day. And then evening time, dinner time was one of the most important parts of the day, talking about what we went through during the day. Also is working on a project, and that's dealing with promoting Black business, supporting Black businesses in your local area. We wanted to do that because I'm also a Black business owner as well. Years ago, I had my own home improvement business. I'm gonna have to find a better parking spot than this. But yeah, I had my home improvement business. Did pretty well until my business partner was overspending on certain things and it caused both of us to go bankrupt. I still do it from time to time. I just got through doing the house last week. Supposed to be doing another one as soon as she let me know. And paint all the rooms in the interior of the home. Also do heating and air as well. Pretty good at it. I do it, it's a side gig now. So that keeps the income flowing, as well as when I do these gig apps. I'm just trying to find an appropriate place to park. And then we're going to discuss the situation at hand. I'm trying to make sure the best spots is look like the way I'm driving right now. I want to drive, somewhere like this. Let me see. I know a little spot I can go to, and we're going to work it from there. Okay, here we go. Well, go ahead and let us know, the viewers that are here, what city you're from, and all of that. That'll be nice to know. Everyone knows that I'm from the Memphis, Mid-South area. So I'm getting ready to find a good part. See if I can catch a shade just like this, that's not in the street, we'll be all right. I usually find a pretty good one over here. Good park. No, I got a spot. Yeah, I got a spot. All right. We have skills. I'm a letter craft myself, Chicago. Okay, from the Dothan Island. All right, I'm gonna look at some of the comments real quick. Turn the vehicle off. There we go. We got golf coach blogger. Okay, Jonathan Kidd, Matthew, and Hero Fix TV, DMF. What's going on? What's going on? I wanted to address everybody in the room. Give us some 5 thumbs up, equal with 5 people in the live chat, so we can be able to get this, video out, get this message out, so drivers can be alert on what's going on with this EBT, earned by time feature, which is one half of the program. The other half is the EPO. And we're gonna go ahead and go over a few things right quick so people will know where to find this information at. First and foremost, let me go to my channel. All right. I'm gonna go to my playlist. That's my channel right there. Okay. And we're gonna go to the playlist. There's a few things I want to share there. And I have different category of videos on the playlist to where viewers can have something they want to look at. If they don't want to look at ride-alongs, they can look at other videos in those different categories. And I have this right here, DoorDash Earned by Time, Premier Edition, Volume 1, 2023. I already have 5 videos there that go in depth detail for drivers that want to learn how to maximize their earnings using the Earn by Time feature. And I also have a live that is 1 hour long on here as well. So you got 2 hours of powerful information, which is the Premier Edition for beginning drivers. But it's so much information and jewels being dropped and secret sauce being dropped that even veteran drivers had started raising their eyebrows like, wait a minute now. We can use that information. So I explained to the viewers in my last episode, and you can see right now that with my crack phone and everything, I usually have 4 or 5 devices I usually work from. But I minus all of those now. You can see that I'm no longer on schedule. So evidently I missed 2. I missed 2 opportunities. No, I actually missed 1. And I got kicked off the platform. Texas, okay, Texas, Brownsville, Texas. Okay, we got Texas in the house. What do you think about your new mayor? Wow. That's a good question. We're going to see what he do in the next 3 months. Once he get used to what's going on, and we're going to see from there. That was a good question. That was a good question. You know, I'm not going to say it's going to take me 3 months to be able to tell people what I think, but we're going to see what he's going to do. You got to give somebody a chance, regardless of their history and background. You know, but then if we know their history and background, we kind of know what type of person they're going to be when they're in office. Yeah, I'm not a top dasher anymore. I can explain why I'm not a top dasher anymore. I quit DoorDash 4 months ago. I did a video on it as well. Let's see, can we pull it up? I did a video on it. And that would be that video on that selection there. Right there. I talked about why I quit. It wasn't due to I wasn't making money. I was making money. I was making $800 in 40 hours, 40, 45 hours. That's not including Grubhub and Deliver That. So I'm making right at $1,200 a week. Had an automobile accident. That would shut us down. The police chief got to go. Strickland was bogus for that. That sound like that's you sound like you from it sound like you from Memphis. You got you know something. So yeah, you must be from this area too. Yes, indeed, the police chief. We just had that conversation. I had that conversation with somebody about the police chief. Ooh, it was a mean conversation. A mean conversation. But yeah, let's see, can I find some photos of that automobile accident that I had? I should still have them saved. I'm gonna have to go to my gallery. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to my gallery. I know they're in there. Yes, indeed. They said the police chief was something else. All right, there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. That automobile accident right there, you know, put us out of business. I'm from Chicago, but Young Dolph was a friend, so I followed Memphis close. Okay, I understand. I understand. Now, I'm showing the accident that caused me to quit DoorDash. You know, and I thank those that knew about it, not to broadcast it on YouTube at the time. They advised me not to. Yeah, I thank God that I was able to walk away from it and everything. That's the thing. You know, you can lose a vehicle and everything, but then you got to thank God for being able to have the opportunity to be able to be in good health, no injuries, still alive, got all my limbs intact, still moving around. And we had a second vehicle, but this vehicle right here, it was at the time needed some mechanic work. And I did some myself. I will be doing videos on that. And also, I hired a mechanic to do the compressing and all that for me. And the job that would have normally cost for this vehicle, $2,500. Yes, it was total, brother. Yes, it was total. It was total. I hate that too. But I did drive around a little while longer before I turned it in, being totaled and everything. So at least the vehicle was paid off, and we got a few dollars behind it, but at least the vehicle was paid off. And we already had this vehicle here, like I said, that it was needed mechanic work at the time, was inoperable. And this one paid for, paid cash for it and everything. And that's one thing I tell people, to make sure you get ownership of whatever you do here in life. Get ownership of it. If you get a home, try your best to get ownership. You get vehicles, try your best to get ownership. And if you're still paying on your vehicle, try to find ways to where you can get rental vehicle and see what kind of deals they got out here. I just found out in the Memphis area that you can rent a vehicle $600 a month. So I'm going to test that out, because I can make that easily. Always happen when paid off. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. That will happen. I'd have been in a total in this last 7 years doing this gig work, because I started with Lyft, Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, Bike Squad, Amazon Flex, Instacart, Postmates, before Uber Eats, not Uber Eats, before Uber bought them out here. I did a whole lot of different apps. And from 2017 to now, and the automobile accidents, believe me, it'll put you out of business. You lose transportation and also a means of making income. And then hard to get around to the W-2s if you start back doing W-2s again. Usually you have to wind up doing them again, in my case anyway. So I just wanted to share that with you so you understand what was going on. Spark, no, I tried to get on Walmart. Spark at the time wasn't able to get on, but I'm going to sign up for Ship, because I ran into somebody that gave me their link. So I'm going to sign up with Ship. Then they was telling me that might be the better choice for me, for the things I like to do. All right, we're looking at my customer ratings. I'm going to share them, and everything. Why is in gray? I don't know. When it used to be in green, maybe it's a glitch there somewhere and all of that. So yeah, 90% on time, 100% completion. Wow, that's the first time I had a completion rate of 100%. Trying to figure out when that happened. I had a engine hydro lock on me back in October 2021, and it was a bad time. It took me a couple of months to replace my engine. Yeah, I understand that. Mine's is gray too. Okay, so that means DoorDash is they doing another update. That means they doing another update. And we all, if you've been doing this for a while, probably the screen. No, this you got another driver in there said his is great too. And all the calls from other people to find out is theirs is great. Because when I used to do these live stream ride alongs, we had that communication. Well, I'm driving, I'm flipping my screen because I like to work with my tablet. My tablet be sitting just like this right here, over there. And I can flip it. You can see the scenery and everything, and I can flip it back. I can flip the phone the same way as I can see. But I got all that phone mount equipment right there. That's all you'll be looking at. My market is switching to 90% completion rate on October the 25th. That sounds like you're getting ready to be in the new tier program. The new tier program. I know it started in Corpus, Texas, and it was another city in Texas that started. I understand. Yeah, car payment is something else, man. If you're able to can use this as well as another job or another gig, and you can use that gig apps money to pay it off faster. If you're able to do it, do so. If you're able to do it, do so. Yeah, I got a great screen now on the ratings. 100% completion rate, which is the very first. I dropped down to 77% AR. So I was at 87 the other day. So that lets you know that I was cherry picking, choosing the best orders for me. That means I don't accept everything, even with any program. And then the customer rating, I'm gonna have to build that back up. All right, we done discussed that. You seen that I'm offline now. Let me see, when I schedule it. Let's see. I'm gonna pick this, even though I picked that time. That means I'm gonna go ahead and pick it. Lock it in. Lock it in. It's locked in. All right. We talked about the playlist, right? We talked about the playlist. Talked about the automobile accident. Let's see. And there's another playlist I want to share: the 3-tier system in Corpus, Texas. Yes. Let's go ahead and talk about that. I did a video on that as well. Hold on. I did an episode on it a few months back. Let's see. But when I was doing episodes about the Diamond program, which I earned a lot of money doing the Diamond program, we saw these things developing. And I talked about the tier system then in my episodes. So you had to go back in my previous episodes. And I talked about in my case studies how DoorDash was changing and how it was going to change 8 months ago. And everything that we talked about, it went exactly in that direction. So that means that my content back then is still relevant now. I took some of it down too because of the competition in this area. And people was like, nah, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Blase. Sometimes people do that to see, can they get more juice from you for information? And you trying to prove that you're right, you actually be giving out too much information. So I took that information down since they were so hard-hitted. So when the Earn by Time finally hit here, they was like, where is that? We need him back out here. We need him to do these case studies. We need to see and share that experience. I'm hopping from tier system does come to San Antonio. That's right. So the tier system, let me go ahead and go to it. The tier system is not going to be on my playlist. It's going to be on my regular video. The tier system, in my opinion, and I talked about it, it's just an upgrade version of the Diamond program. But I think it's going to be a whole lot better for drivers. All right, that's it right there. I'm just going to show it to you. That's the episode. If you can see it, drop it like that there. And then I'm going to do it like this here so you can really see it. You see it in the blue? Right there. That's it right there. You can go through my video selection. You'll see it right there. I had 420 views, and it was 3 months ago. I talked about the DoorDash tier program for drivers. Is this an update or a setup? Sorry, it doesn't. Hold on. Let me check my screen. Oh, it's okay, brother. It's all right. He checked it. I guess it's gray also on yours as well. If that's the case, they update. They doing another update. They doing certain markets probably getting ready to get that program too. I'm not saying it's going to be here, but if we ever get it here, I'm just going to leave it like that there. We ever get it here. I did real well with the Diamond program. I was the guy that did March Madness Challenge. As a matter of fact, we're going to go to that. And I'm going to pull it up, just let you guys see it, and you can go to it later. Let's see. And check out my Take It to the Streets live morning show. I have a playlist on it, but you can check in my live category, and you can see what I'm talking about, how things was developing as I was talking about it back then. And when you look at those videos, you're going to be like, man, he was telling us all the time this was coming. So yeah, right here where it says $100 March Madness Challenge, right to where I got my finger at. I was the guy that made $100 in 2 hours. In that challenge, I done made $100 in 1 hour on 3 occasions doing that diamond program during at that time. You know, I talked about struggling with my AR rating on DoorDash. Started from being a cherry picker, working my way up to being a top dasher. Sounds like the tour will be more difficult for part-time driver. It's not going to be really difficult from what I'm looking at. If you already got your ratings up, because that's where it's going to be. It's pairing up the best drivers with the highest paying customers. Those drivers that deserve those highest paying customers. DoorDash highest paying customers are also the highest tipping customers as well. Now, if you haven't built a clientele, repeated clientele with your clients, to where I have repeated clientele. Some people say, how did you do it? We did a survey. Ghost and myself did a survey. When we used to have to hand it to them, quick 15 seconds. We tell them, you know, how was your service with this here? How was your delivery experience? Then we'll go in, we'll do ABC, always be closing. That's what you use in business. Your ratings are good, that's good. But have you got a chance to talk to those repeated clients that you get, or clients that you hand to, and told them, well, you know, if you had a good experience with me and everything, give me that 5-star rating. And if I'm out during the time that you placing the orders, DoorDash will assign me back to you. Okay, I got to build my customer rates back up, because when it's at 4.95 and higher, it's a sweeter deal when getting them large orders and everything. Are you on the LOP, DMF? Are you on the LOP? Because that's going to be a major deal. And you have to be a platinum driver in order to have higher priority access to them large orders. Okay, that's when the glitch came in and people started using the glitch, you know, because those cherry pickers that talk bad about the top dasher being a top dasher to qualify for these programs, believe it or not, a lot of them was using 2 to 3 DoorDash accounts, 2 or 3 phones up on the 2 or 3 different DoorDash accounts, where they could just tank one, kept one high, tank one, and had one for the middle. They turn all of them on, they looking at 3 different hotspots. Okay, so they had the advantage. And they juggle them orders on all them phones, to where you thinking you was getting all of these bad orders from DoorDash, but you actually had drivers out there in the parking lot catfishing, and they know when they saw other drivers, and they will pitch some of them orders to them. And you need to get on the LLP. You know, if your rating's already up, I think you got to be. Yeah, go ahead and look it up. It should still be information on it in the helpdoordash.com section. And then, you know, let them know that your ratings are high enough, because I think you got to have. Yeah, go ahead and check it out, because right now I can't remember exactly what it was. But go ahead and check it out, get information, see do you qualify there, and then have a talk with them and find out, since these new programs coming out, how does that thing work? So, you know, then they're going to be able to guide you into what it is. That new tier program is going to give drivers opportunity to where you don't have to get that email, from what I understand. If you get that platinum driver status, and you know everybody trying to shoot for that, that's where that glitch came in there, where they was cheating the system so they can get the AR up while they was declining orders. In my area, that glitch is dead. It don't work. It don't work anymore. In some markets, it still do, but DoorDash, this might be what they're working on now. You don't know. They micromanage us, ladies and gentlemen. They know everything we're doing because we gave them access to our phone. When we gave them access to our phone, they know exactly what we're doing. When we on their platform, they know when we multi-apping, they know. They just know. So, but can they catch everything? No, they can't catch everything. Every time a new program come out, you're gonna have people that are gonna find loopholes through them new programs. And that's what's going on now. So it's a back and forth battle between the drivers and DoorDash. The drivers and DoorDash, then the customers get involved, and so do the merchants. You know, so you got to be aware of that. with the EBT feature, I want drivers to understand the information that I gave you. If you abuse it, you're going to lose it. What I mean by that is some of the restaurants, they already letting DoorDash know on their tablet that the driver got the order, even though you hadn't hit confirm. Okay, so be careful of that, thinking you're going to be able to get them extra minutes. You see, I showed people the right way how to do it, and I'm going to explain something real quick as a refresher. Earlier, I think you saw that over here in this area that I was in, Olive Branch, was $13.50 active hour. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. When you usually accept that offer, when you first see it, all this tells you is at $13.50, which you saw when I flashed it on the screen real quick. And then it said it's been reassigned. I missed the delivery. Next thing I know, I'm off the platform. See, and that was the only order came to me too. Cause did I lose a rate? Let me see, did I lose a rate? I think it went down to 77. It was 78. I think it went down to 77, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Yeah, it went down one. So I only had one. So how is it? I got a question now. How is it that I didn't climb, that I missed it? So I get thrown off the platform. That's a good question. You know, they doing some type of, there's an update going on. I have 8 people in the live chat. Please give us the other 5 thumbs up so we can push this information out that's going to help people today. I want to go ahead and show drivers, once you receive that offer, a way that you would know how much that offer gonna be after you receive it. I'm gonna do it right now. You're gonna know how much money you're gonna make per minute. That's right. I'm not losing my mind. You're gonna know how much money you make per minute, and I'm finna show you today the secret to it. All right, let's go to it for a second. $13.50 divided by 60 minutes. That's 22.5 cents, right? All right. We're gonna check this figure, make sure it's right. That's that number, right? Okay. They're doing it by increment of decimal point on the cent that you're getting paid per minute. It's a prorate amount that you get in case you don't make that hour. It's a prorate amount in case you go over that hour as well. Okay. I found that out in my case study. That's how you got to start discovering truth for yourself, by being able to find out the information that you need so you'll be able to know how to maximize on your earnings. What I mean by that, if you look at my banner, it said making the, hold on, let me go to the banner. I say it all the time. I don't know how come I forgot what to say now. Hold on. My channel banner says making better decisions for better opportunities. Making better decisions for better opportunities to maximize your earnings. So the biggest thing that causes a lot of drivers to lose money is the lack of knowledge and our decision making. So if you have the lack of knowledge on how to use these programs, that means you're going to make the wrong decision. Isn't that right? Okay, so let me go ahead and go back to this right quick. $22.5. Okay, times 60 minutes. $13.50. Voila. Okay, when you get that order, let's see, can I pull one of them up? Let's see, can I pull one of them up? Because I want to be able to show a receipt. I did a screenshot so you can understand where I'm going with this here. All right, let's try. Let's go. Let's see. I put a lot of information in my phone, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of information. Hold on, we may have it right here. Okay. I will show this one. Everybody talking about you can't maximize your earnings on that earn by time. Then that work content creator said you could. Look at that one right there. This is a delivery summary. You see that it was earned by time, delivery complete, $14 an hour, 25 minutes. You get a higher base pay with the EBT. When you go to these no tipping zones, you're going to get a higher base pay. It's a prorated amount. Okay, that customer tip too. As you can see, people said, well, that was $14 an hour. You made $14.22, so you made it. No, the guaranteed base pay rate was $14 for that active hour. I only did 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and that base pay was $6.22. Okay, what I'm getting at now, this one is showing $14. So, hold on. I showed you 13 earlier. All right, we're going to use a portion of that, then we're going to go to what it is. So, let's do this so I'm not confusing anybody. Earlier, I showed you this. Okay, let's use the 25 minutes with this right here. 0.225 times 25 minutes. That's what you're going to get paid for that delivery. You can know how much that delivery going to be, the payout on that delivery, the estimate payout on that delivery before you pick that delivery up out of that restaurant right there. Now, when you receive that initial offer going on the way to the restaurant, there's minutes you're getting paid right then going to the restaurant. DoorDash said once you receive it, that's when the time kicks in until you complete the delivery. That's what we talked about in our last episode. So the thing is, if it take you 10 minutes to get there, times 0.225 cents, you already know how much you're going to get paid going there before you start waiting. Now, you happen to sit here and wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so on and so forth. You're getting paid by the minute for sitting and waiting. Then once you receive it, now you're going to get paid from leaving the restaurant to the drop-off. Suppose you have a route that takes you directly to it, but it was an automobile accident, traffic is blocked, you got to take an alternate route. It's going to take you an additional 5 minutes to get there. Get in touch with that customer and let them know. Then that way DoorDash would know too, cause they watching everything being put in the text. So be cordial with your customers in mind. Give them the best quality service, business etiquette, stay professional as possible. You're going to make your money. So that extra 5 minutes, check this out. You're getting paid for that. Now, once you get there, and it's a hand it to me, and we all done experienced this. You get there, that timer said 5 minutes, right? You done already let the customer know, I done picked up your order, I'm on my way. They asked you for the ETA, you gave me ETA, which I don't normally do because they're going to see it anyway. But, they know, and they still didn't come to the door. You get paid for waiting that 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 22.5 cents per minute. So you're going to follow all of them instructions. You're going to call them and text them. What I normally do, I text them. They don't respond in another minute and a half. I'm on their phone. They don't respond. I'm going to let the timer run out. I talked about it in the last episode. Okay, that's 5 minutes you're getting paid. You remember you're getting paid 0.22.5 cents per minute on a $13.50 order, I believe. See what I'm getting at? So that dollar amount I showed you when it was first presented, on the estimate amount that you could get paid, because they already done put it in there that, okay, you're going to get there in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You will know how much their order is going to pay you for the estimated time. Good morning, TFT. How you doing this morning, brothers? Nice to see you as always. We going over certain things that we talked about the earn by time. I'm also going to deal with some of the comments that I have received on that information as well. You know, I'm going to start communicating with those that put comments in the comment section, and we're going to discuss the topics that's at hand. But people in here, they started, you know, asking questions, so I wanted to answer those questions. I want to have a time to be able to talk to my viewers, communicate with my viewers, you know, and we be able to discuss these things as well. That's what we want to do. Just waking up, you got to go pick up my wife and then do an oil change, then work. I understand we got to keep them vehicles rolling. You know, with any business, you got to put money in your business for that business to continue making money for you. Just like if you had a food business, you got to make sure you have everything in inventory so you can have things in stock so you can be able to have what you need when you prepare your food. End up taking most of last week off. I understand sometimes that happens due to circumstances that we have in life, or we just need that rest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of drivers running themselves down the tube. You know, the vehicles and them, they running it down the tube. I did EBT yesterday for 2 hours, made $34.50. That's not bad. But what you're doing now, you're gathering up some historical data. You're gathering up some historical data, Hero Fix TV. And I'm going to show you what I mean. When you're gathering up that historical data, I got to go to my app to show it. Let's go. Let's see. DoorDash app, boom. All right, we're going to gather up some information here. We're going to load earnings. All right. And you see you got your historical data there. Those are not full weeks. They're partial weeks. And we're going to go, I can go 2 weeks ago, I guess. All right, and you're pulling up your historical data. Then you're looking at the time, because see, with the EBT, there's a lot of idle time. And you remember, those that remember my videos, I was dead against all that idle time. And what I got to do now is figure out how I can get that idle time reduced once again so you can maximize your earnings, since you're getting paid by minutes. Okay, it was $279.60 DoorDash pay, $227.08 customer pay. All of it wasn't EBT. I did EPO as well, but majority, a little bit, about 60% of it was EBT. So how did he get so much tips off of the EBT? Know your market. I'm gonna get a little deeper than just know your market. Knowing your market is just, I know the restaurants, I know where to go, I know little scenic routes, I can shorten that distance. I know which restaurants is busy, which one's not. That's know your market. The next thing I want to say is know what's going on in your market and what's happening in your market, which is greater detail. You got to know where the EBT zones are. You got to know where the EPO zones are in your market. Some cities, some markets have their whole city as a hot zone. I think TFT had told me that several times. In my city, we got city districts for hot zones. Check out that video. Check out that episode on the Premiere Series edition. I talk about it in those 2 hours of 5 videos. You know, I got time stepping in them videos. If you're not able to digest 2 hours of it at once, the way you can stop at the timestamp, come back, you know, and that's how you can review you and do your own breakdown analysis and case study for your market. For your market. See, and I say it in the disclaimer that this case study review is for education, information, training purpose intended, but due to different markets and individual decision making will determine different results. That's why I put that disclaimer in there. So I can't tell you how to make money in your market. You know, all I can do is give you a guidebook to where, okay, now, how do I use this information and discover truth for myself in my market? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, Jeff Thomas Black? TFT said, yeah, my zone is one big market consisting of 3 cities, but no separation. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So how do you do a market like that? Where there's 3 cities, 1 hot zone. You're going to have to break down the city districts in that huge market. You're going to have to break down where those shopping areas are as those districts in that market. The best ones versus the worst ones. The ones that have notorious wait times versus the ones when you use that EPO and get them large orders. You already know if I go in this little shopping area here, that's where I'm going to get them bangers. That's how you're going to have to work that whole hotspot area. You're going to have to break it down to districts. You see, you're going to have to do that. So, with mines having different districts, that means we have different guaranteed hourly pay for each hot zone. He got that 1 hot zone. He just gets that if it was there, but it's not there because they got the Prop 22. So it's not going to come there. The EBT, in my opinion, through what I've been doing in the breakdown analysis as well as case study, is the DoorDash version of the Prop 22 without all the full benefits of the Prop 22. We'll be talking about that in future episodes. We're going to break that down too. All right. Where were we? All right. Breakdown analysis of your historical data. Let me pull out the $38.50. This was earned per offer. All right. I had 3 orders on here, 3 offers. That was their payout for that. 2 hours now and 20 minutes. Dash time at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Active time. I was a firm believer against all of that wasted time. So I got to figure out a way to where it's not such a large gap right there. To where, okay, I did 40 hours this week of active time, 80 hours of idle time. Something wrong with that picture, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out there actually for 80 hours and I only got paid for 40 hours. There's something wrong with that picture, ladies and gentlemen. We got to figure out a way how to reduce that idle time. With this program so far, the disadvantage of this program is the wasted idle time that we're not getting. You want to get that active time as close as you can to that dash time so you can maximize your earnings. Like DoorDash found a way to debunk what I used to do. So we got to find a way out how to get it back close to that so you can maximize your earnings. As long as you can't do that, you're only going to be making, depending on your market, $16 to $17 an hour. DoorDash already said that your driver's not going to make no more than $7 per order on the EBT. Torp already told us in one of his comments, it averaged out for him $6 until we understand how much we getting paid by the minute on a prorated amount. Once you get that information, you're going to discover truth for yourself. You're going to have your own idea. That light bulb going to come on. You're going to discover truth. You're going to find ways for yourself on how you can maximize your earnings. Because now you got the knowledge of knowing how much you can pay per minute. Them light bulbs coming on in the room right now. See what I'm saying? So that's what we wanted to address on what Hero Fix TV was talking about there. So you was averaging right at a little bit over. It wasn't a little bit over. It was $17.25 an hour, which is not bad, especially if it was slow. You know, you was able to still make it. Now, since you know how much you're getting paid by the minute, watch how that's going to increase. I can't give out too much juice because I don't want DoorDash to fix that. You see, so, and I don't want to give out too much juice because you're not the only driver looking for orders to make money. There's other drivers too. But doing it this way, you would come up with your own idea. And won't nobody know your own idea but you unless you tell it. That means you done discover truth for yourself on how, with the knowledge I have with this here, I know how to make the right decision so I can maximize my earnings, whether I use the EBT, whether I use the EPO, or I use both, or whether I multi-app. That's the information we wanted to give to our viewers and to our audience. Okay, what I wanted to deal with in my community posts. Let's see. I want to address some things that I've seen in my community posts. I want to address some things. I won't be able to do it all today, but I will be doing it in my Take It to the Streets Morning Live stream show. I want to go to the community posts. Let's see here. Right here, where I had guaranteed pay and guarantee hourly pay. I showed two screenshots for an example. One is for guarantee pay. One is for guarantee hourly pay. You hit it. The EBT starts prices was $18 an hour. You good, my brother. It's because I thank you for complimenting us on that. That keeps me humble. I had to let the rubber meet the road. That means I had to get out here and experience this with myself, for myself. I looked at all the content creators. It's not bashing them that talked about the EBT before me. And some of their videos I didn't even look at. I said, I got to do my own thing. I just can't look at their content. It's going to clog my judgment of how I look at things and analyze things. So I couldn't look at nobody. I had to get this for myself. You see, so I'm like, wait a minute here. How much is I'm getting paid by the minute if it's a prorate amount? And that light bulb kicked in. Boom. Do this, do that. Bam, there it is. And I showed it to you guys today. You know, you got beginning drivers just getting started. You know, 2 days old, 2 weeks old, 2 months old. Replacing the drivers that's going out the door. Okay. You got some veteran drivers out here now, they raising their eyebrows and say, man, I never thought of that. It went over my head at first too. You got to also know I was coming back on the platform like I was brand new. None top dasher, no large orders, payouts, no shopping delivery because my red card was expired. You see what I'm saying? Not on the PISA program. I had to get back those requirements. All of the odds against me was the best way to do this case study. Then once I get those elements back, those requirements back, I'm going to do a case study and see what was the benefits of being a non-top dasher with being a top dash. I'm restricted to blocks, as you can see right now. I can't get on to 11:30 in another zone. Now I might have could have drove around, spending a lot of gas, wasting a lot of time, which isn't active time. Losing money on dash time. That's one way you can reduce that wasted time that we call idle time, because you're getting paid by the minute. All right. Let's see. I got to go through these passcodes. Once I leave the phone untouched for a few minutes, I got to go through them passcodes. I want to address. Let me go back. What we talking about? Guarantee pay versus guarantee hourly pay. That's the guarantee pay. We're gonna go back and talk about it in a second. We see, it don't take long for me to accidentally touch that thing. That screen real sensitive. All right, and earn by time. I showed 2 examples. Let's see what the commenter said in the comment section. I said, let's hear your thoughts and perspective on this topic for discussion. So we got out of the ashes. Out of the ashes made a comment there. We're going to address that comment today with you, the viewers, and the viewers that's here today. Hoping she is watching as well. And this is what she says. She wrote a nice, good paragraph. This is an example of one positive offer, but do you know how many or more miles than paid? That's question number 1. Take you far away from hotspots. Question number 2. Low tempers with cold food sitting at a merchant is not good either. I choose to know all available detail. She capitalized all, and guess what? We're going to talk about it. All. Okay, per offer only. As an independent contractor, we should be allowed all information. But then working for hourly rate, are we anymore? That's another question. Also, come tax time, how does this work? Chance 1, 2, 3, 4 questions and a possible 5th one. This was my response, and then I'm going to go ahead. We're going to break this thing down. This is not to belittle anybody. Somebody might have would have took it as, okay, she's throwing shots. No, she actually might not know. These actually are some real questions. Whether it's challenging the content creator or not, it's some real question that needs to be addressed. That's why I did the show today, and it gave a light bulb on that I need to start addressing the comments on this series. That's why I'm bringing back Take It to the Streets Live morning show. We're going to be addressing the comments of our viewers. If I ask you for feedback, you give me feedback, I don't respond to it. What's the use of me asking you to put your thoughts and perspective in the comment section if I'm not going to talk about that thing? I got to do better as a content creator. I'm not talking about the rest of them. I'm talking about yours truly. All right, this is my response. The diamond offer is in the earn per offer mode. Guaranteed pay, not hourly. The second picture shows the guarantee, hourly pay for that zone. For more details, check out this playlist, which I showed you guys earlier. The DoorDash Earn by Time Premier Edition Volume 1, 2023. Now, I'm still not finished because there was a whole lot of stuff I didn't address in those questions she was talking about. Okay. I got to go to my channel page again because it might have been somebody just bounced off. Somebody just bounced on saying, I need to find out what's going on. You got to go to this channel. You see all them topics up there, categories, video categories. You can go to playlists. All right, to that playlist, that's at the top. That first video at the top right there. That's what it deals with. That's my playlist. This is the reason I built this series. Okay. The DoorDash Earned by Time Premier Edition, Volume 1, 2023. All the videos, the first 5 videos I put out was on Premiere. So that's where it comes from with me saying the Premier Edition Volume 1. We dealing with Earned by Time. Okay. I got all the information of what I have experienced on here and what I have discovered on here in my market, not your market. But with this information on hand, it can turn the light bulb on in the dark room for you. That dark room is your decision making. It's your responsibility to make the right decision in your market to maximize your earnings. But without the lack of knowledge of figuring out this riddle in this monopoly of DoorDash, it's causing drivers to lose money in this feature in this program. All right, let's get back to her question. She asked 4, possibly 5. This is not to belittle her. This is to address and answer her questions. She asked me, she had some questions she wanted to ask the DoorDash Revolution that may have been unanswered questions. We don't know if she asked these other content creators these same questions that talked about these EBT before me. I'm one of the last content creators to talk about it. And maybe because the information I put out there, she said, maybe he will answer these questions for me. Or will he too ignore this topic for discussion? We're not going to ignore it today. We're going to address it today to the best of my knowledge and ability. Who knows, the viewers in here may be able to address it too. That's what we do. This is how we get together and we have a conversation, a discussion about these things, these pitfalls, these shortcomings that we're coming up against. We're helping each other get better. You know, instead of trying to put our hands off in somebody's pocket, don't want to see them make any money. That's another topic for another discussion. Let's go ahead and jump right into this here, because I really want to answer her question. Lisa Shirley answered some powerful questions too. And Lisa, be a little patient with me, but the next video, we're going to address your questions too. You had some serious questions. All right, let me go back. All right, let's do this here. No, let me bounce off of that. I'm jumping on my own live. All right, here we go. We're going to go to the community tab. We're going to drop all the way back down for the reason why I did this in the first place. Guarantee pay versus guarantee hourly pay. You notice in the first picture, this is a diamond order. Okay, we're going to talk about that for a second. Diamond orders are only offered in the earn per offer feature, not in the EBT. All right, now we're going to go to her question. This is an example of one positive offer, but do you know how many or more miles didn't pay? Okay, this is the positive offer she was talking about. So maybe she thought I was talking about guarantee hourly pay, or she very well knew this was a diamond order that only be on the EPO. He looked like he's trying to snowball us, ladies and gentlemen, and trying to say this is EBT. No, I wrote the narrative. Guarantee pay versus hourly pay. If you look a little closer at $14.75, what does that information say on the side right there? Guarantee. $14.75 guaranteed pay, including tips. All right. And when you look at it like that, there, tap it. That bad boy said it was a catering bag required order. That means I ain't got locked back in. So you don't get these high priority access order on EBT. So I was showing a comparison of EPO, which says guarantee pay, and EBT that says guarantee hourly pay rate. That's what I was showing you, ladies and gentlemen. And let me go back to a comment. But do you know how many are more miles than pay? This is how I'm going to answer this question. I said in many of my videos that all orders are not created equal. We got gazillions of orders in the US of A among millions of drivers. So not one content creator that I know of going to be able to touch on all of that information, which means I can't be in all them places at once. Neither can the other content creators that talked about this subject before me. I knew that screenshot was one off. I knew that screenshot of the other one was one example. I won't be able to live to gather all that information in the world unless I have AI do it for me. Fair enough? All right. That's my best way of answering that question. Now, miles, since you're talking about miles, it depends on the driver's preference. That's the reason why I told her to check out my video, because I talked about the miles in that last live I did. Before I showed the people that we were getting paid by the minute, I talked about the driver reference getting paid per mile. $1.50 per mile, $1.75 per mile, and $2 per mile. Then I did a comparison with the EBT and said if you was up on these three different selections, well, this dollar amount had to be like this for you when you're doing the EBT. Check out my last live. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you. See, look at the information, because it had the answer for that question in that video. All right. That's the reason why we got to digest this thing. That's the reason why we got to talk about this thing. That's why some questions have to be asked, and I have to answer them without being offended. It's not putting somebody on blast, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I get excited and I talk loud. But she asked a powerful question in there, and it needed to be answered. Somebody else might be saying and waiting back to see, oh, is he going to answer it, or is he going to avoid it, like the rest of them, like the rest of the content creators that do it. See, that's why I had to address it. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to address many more of your comments, and I thank you for them, and it keeps me humble. You see what I'm saying? How can I provide information for you and then refuse to tell you about it? Now people leaving the room. See, go ahead. Let's go ahead a little bit deep. They didn't know I was deep like that. All right. We want to show you my video, why my videos are relevant, why my how-to realistic videos are relevant, because I can keep going back to the references, showing you my references page that is documented in my content to show you proof and discuss on this will answer that. Did you even look at this video? So I suggest that you go back and you look at that series of courses and you'll find the answer there. And if you can't find the answer, put it in the comments below. We will discuss that thing. I'm gonna have to move too. Let me move around. Let me move around. You see, I get excited because that helps me as well as it helps them. Try to do it in a way where these employees won't call the police on. Let me see. Let me move around. The window down at the beginning. It's getting a little cool. It's getting a little warm now. I'm just warming up, ladies and gentlemen. Because I want to. That was the first question I answered. She got 4 more questions I need to answer in that paragraph there. In her descriptive narrative of questions she wanted to ask the DoorDash Revolution. So I hope that she's listening to this video. If not, somebody let her know DoorDash Revolution answered your question and to take it to the Streets Live morning show. And wow, you might need to look at those episodes he was talking about, because he's breaking it down. That's not shooting shots at her, and I don't believe she was shooting shots at me. I mean, okay, there's a spot. There's a spot. This even better. Now, that's much better. All right, I'm ready to get comfortable now. Let's go ahead and get to the second question. Let me turn that vehicle off. This is important questions, and there are unanswered questions. She may have, like I said, asked the other ones and been ignored. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that content creator that ignore this. All right. Let's go ahead on. See, that's why I told people I'm different than the rest of them. All of us don't think the same. All right. We go back to it. Back to it. All right. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now, miles. Let's talk about the miles. You see this area right here I'm in? I was in the, I'm still here in the Olive Branch, South Haven area. There's 2 cities in one hot spot here. Okay. 2 cities in one hot spot right here. Okay. One huge hot spot. So TFT, I can identify what you're talking about, brother. Let's see. Let me see. Can I pull it up? It's in gray. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. Shrink it a little more. A little bit more. You see where that blue dot is? You see from here all the way to over there. There's just 2 cities in that hot spot right there. But in TFT market, all of my hot spots is probably his whole. That might not be nothing but a 4th of his city. Okay, we talking about different markets, but I can kind of identify with that as an example. Let's go back to that question. All right. We talking about miles. This is what I want to address too about the EBT. I already told her what video to look for, where I showed the comparisons about miles before I revealed how you get paid by minutes. That's the reason why I showed the mile preference of drivers first before I revealed about the minutes that you get paid by. Miles turn into minutes, ladies and gentlemen. How many minutes in driving a car do it take you to get to 1 mile? Some may say 5. Some may say 3 minutes. Some may say 2. Matter of fact, that's a good question to ask in the community post. All right, let's take 5. It takes me 5 minutes to get to 1 mile. I'm getting paid 23 cents a minute. I'm something else, ain't I, ladies and gentlemen? I'm something else. Let's go ahead and get to this right here. We're going to use the 0.22 and a half cents. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use that right there. Okay. We're going to bag everything up. Let's say it takes 5 minutes for 1 mile. Okay. That times 5 minutes is $1.12, 12 cents, 12 and a half cents. Okay. 5 minutes per mile. So how many minutes for 15 miles, ladies and gentlemen? If it's 5 minutes per mile. 5 minutes times 15. Let's get to it. 15 miles, we already done covered 5 minutes a mile times 15 minutes. That's 75 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ain't that right? Times, let's do it like this here, equal, times 0.225. That's $16.87 and a half cents, ladies and gentlemen. Let me drop the mic right now. I got one right here. I can throw that. Let me drop the mic. Now, suppose the customer turned around so grateful, depending on what time it is. Hard to get a driver to bring the food to me. Hard to get a driver to bring my medication to me. And we hypothetically speaking, I want to tip this driver $20. That can turn into $36.87, ladies and gentlemen. Only earned by time. Oh no, that order would have went on the. If this driver qualifications didn't have all them programs, it would have wound up being on the EBT, so that customer could still get that off, get their order. All right, I think we covered that question. Let's go to the next question. You got to know what's going on in your market. You got to know what's happening in your market. In my market, every zone don't have the same hourly guaranteed pay. Every zone have a different guaranteed hourly pay. Now, those guaranteed hourly pays fluctuate during the 24-hour shift of the day. Not you driving 24 hours a day, but the shift that these orders being done in 24 hours. Okay. We had a guaranteed hourly pay of $21.50 right here in the spot that I was in. One driver snatched it that quick. That driver was me. Ooh, it was a nice payout. See, if you don't experience these things, how can you be able to tell people the right things about and or give them the right details about the information they need to know? $21.50 active hour. I had to travel 10 miles. 5 of those miles I had to travel from the house. No, 6 of those miles I had to travel from the house. I was at the house when I got that hit. Then I had number 5 miles ago from the restaurant to that. And I still got paid that and a little more. All right, let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and finish answering these questions. She had some questions for me. All right. So now we answered it. All right. Low tempers with cold food sitting in the merchant is not good either. I basically answered that question. But as other content creators, I have discovered, due to my experience picking up these orders, that a lot of these EBT orders are not, you got to wait a long time. A lot of these EBT orders is already ready. Now, I got to give Alism a lot of credit, and I'm going to put your video up to Alism. Where you was parked to a certain place, off away from everybody, then another driver parked by you, and it ain't nothing but a lot of parking space right there. This guy just did the same thing. All that parking space now, he decided he wanted to park by me. Why do people do that? I'm going to put that video out. And those in Memphis, y'all check out Alism. That brother, he's all right. I put him off in the community post already. Check his channel out. Those that's from the Memphis area and support a Memphis content creator. We got Jay Too Cool out there too. We need to support him as well. All right. Let me go ahead back to what I was getting at. I got distracted for a minute because he's looking at me, then he's parked by me. Hold on. I'm going to ask him a question. How you doing today? I thought you was a dasher. I thought you was a DoorDash driver. No. Oh, okay. Goodman Road. Yeah, Goodman Road is Come on. That's Goodman right there. Let's see, that's Goodman Road right there. No, that ain't Goodman Road. No. That's Goodman Road on the other side. What we're going to do is go back this way, past that light, take a right, and then take a right. We're going to pass that curve. It's going to be another light. Once you get on that light there, it's going to put you on that street where you see them vehicles. Yeah. Right there. That's Goodman Road. And it's going to take you, once you get under the viaduct, you're going to see McDonald's to your left. Right there where that truck is going. No, you're going to go underneath that. There's a viaduct right there. That's 78, Highway 78 right there. Where you see them big trucks, going on there, that's Highway 78. It's a viaduct. You're going to go underneath that. Yeah, you'll see it because once you make that turn right there, you're going to see the turn to get on the ramp here. You don't want to get on the ramp. You want to keep straight. I don't think I'm going. No, you don't go up there because we're going to send you into Memphis. That's not where you're trying to go. You're trying to go to the McDonald's on the street across. You see where that Waffle House sign is? That's Goodman Road on the other side. Okay, so once you pass this light, you're going to pass another light. That light, you're going to be a 4-way section. You're going to make a right. Don't get on the ramp. Keep straight. And you're going to go under the viaduct. That's part of the viaduct, what you see right there. You're going to go underneath it, and then you're going to go straight back down. Yes, sir, no problem. I'm a delivery driver. I know these things. All right. I said, I'm a delivery driver. I know these things. Yes, sir. I do DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, I do all that stuff. Yeah, that's all good, brother. You should have somebody that do. All right. No problem at all. No problem at all. We back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, I want to answer her question. You better get out and start communicating with people. You don't know what's on anybody's mind. He just needed a little help. But then suppose it was another scenario. Get out and you address the people. Yes, indeed. Hold on, I got to get to it. Back to the community post. As I was showing you, that was a catering order. If I would have tried to blow it up, I guess I can hold it. You can see it right there. That's EPO. That's not EBT. Second picture is EBT, earned by time. Okay, we wanted to clarify that for our viewers and for you as well, out of the ashes. All right, let's go back and finish answering your question. We already talked about the low tippers with cold food, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it. DoorDash heard a lot of our complaints, ladies and gentlemen, as drivers, including me. Howard and I, many times on our episodes, talk about DoorDash need to raise them base pay. And if people not tipping, DoorDash need to raise the pay. Okay, they did it with EBT. You determine how much money you're going to get paid on the EBT. I'm going to leave it like that. You determine how much you're going to get paid on the EBT. Decision's yours. I can't put out all that juice like that there. This beginner's edition is a whole lot of information already. The veteran drivers is like, man, it ain't just for beginners. We can get some of this too. Depending on how well versed you are in doing what you're doing. Okay, now. Low tippers with cold food sitting at a merchant is not good either. That's why they came up with the EBT feature. Because they know we're going to draw the drivers in. And the driver's going to get paid by the minute, prorated. If you want to knock out as many orders as you can on a prorated amount, but you have to understand how much you're getting paid by the minute. DoorDash Revolution just let that secret out. Okay. It's not going to stop me from making money, but I just left that secret out. All right. The next thing is, it may take a longer time to get orders too. You got to be able to determine how to make the right decision on how you can make this work for you. And the EPT work, the EPO work for you. Because their EPO offers I got burnt and I got burnt bad. $5, 0 tip on the EPO offer saying it was a diamond order. I know some drivers can relate to me because they did some videos about it. They got pimped. I'm just saying. And that's how they got pimped. They didn't tell you, well, this was an EPO offer. And I didn't want to get on EBT, which was more better for me at that time. I wanted to chase them large orders, and it was oversaturated. I made the wrong decision, and I wound up getting pimped. Now I'm finna make a video about this $5 order with no tip, and it was a diamond order. They didn't give you the details. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't give you the details. They didn't tell you the full story. That's why you got to do your own research, your own case study. You got to sit here and discover truth for yourself. I give how-to realistic information, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in a different lane than the other content creators that do how-to videos information. And I just showed you just then. Let's get on and get to the meat and potatoes of this conversation. And let me tell you how the cow eat the corn. All right. I choose to know all the available details. All the available details. Well, the content creator that showed you about the diamond order, $5 diamond order, this is supposed to be a higher paying offer. They didn't give you all the details, but you believe them, didn't you? I just gave you all the details. Plus, I'm answering your question at hand. All right. There's times you will make a wrong decision getting on the earn per offer. And I showed somebody an order earlier that was oops. Oh, he showed us that. Ooh, that was a diamond. Ooh, look how low it was. Ooh. Lack of knowledge affects our decision making. And if we make the wrong decision, we can't maximize on our earnings. Now, isn't that right? We all make the wrong decisions, ladies and gentlemen. We all don't get the right decision, making the right decision every time we do these orders. If you say you do, you're telling a lie. That go for all the content creators that putting content out here. That's why some of this misleading information. I don't have to call no names. All you got to do is do your own case study research. You're going to know. You're going to know for yourself. There's going to be times I've been left out some details, and I do leave details out on purpose to see will people ask these certain questions. And when they ask them, I need to answer them because I set it up that way in the first place. How many of them doing it? Then when you ask them, you can't get no reply. When you ask them, you can't get no response, including me. I'm getting ready to change that here on out. I'm going to start addressing your comments. I'm going to start addressing the feedback. I'm going to start addressing the questions that you're asking me as a content creator about the topic I put out there for you. Ain't no way one driver going to be at all the best restaurants at one time. You can't be all in places at one time. It's only you. So how can you be over here when Chili's popping off with the best orders, Carrabba's popping off with the best order over there, and Fleming's popping over there? You can't be in them three places at once. That means you're not going to get them off. You got to be able to choose which one is the best out the three. That's what I'm talking about me, ladies and gentlemen. How to realistic information videos is what the DoorDash revolution is trying to bring to you. That's why I'm in a different lane. In this how-to information video that content creators put out. That's why I'm in a different lane. Because you want something that's going to be real. You want something you can relate to. You want something, you're tired of the BS being. Then they put this information out. Then they don't reply to you. Then they don't respond to you. Boom. But they tell you to put comments in the comments down below. That's why I got to correct my error too and start doing this here. And I thank you Out of the Ashes and Lisa Shirley and Torque for making me start realizing that this is what I need to do. All right. Somebody let Out of the Ashes know. Lisa Shirley, I'm going to deal with your comments too very, very soon because those were some real questions that you asked me. And if I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and divert from it, manipulate a person. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you I don't know the answer. Okay? As an independent contractor, we should be allowed all information. That's where we're messing up at right there. We keep throwing this title out there like we got some kind of authority. Who apps are we on? First and foremost. Did we write the contract to DoorDash? Or did DoorDash write the contract for us? We all know the answer because we clicked, we agreed, and then look at the terms of the TOS now, didn't we? We need to quit throwing that out there. Like it's some kind of, we got some kind of power or something. When we gave our rights over, when we hit agree. I'm just saying. A lot of us didn't look at that. I know I did. And I'm not by myself. Now, since we done got duped, now we want to complain about it. Now we got to do something about it. I'm just being honest about it, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm keeping it real. But we want to, this is the biggest mistake of a lot of us drivers. I'm an independent. Okay, now you want to throw a title out there. When they gave you that title. I'm just saying. I do home improvement. I write my contracts. The homeowner don't write the contract. I write the contract. Some of you ain't never had a business before, so you don't know how a business is supposed to go. Just not taking shots at her. But that's where we're messing up at right there. I'm an independent contractor. Guess where we got it from? Some of those content creators that's on that foolishness. Do it look like we getting treated like independent contract? You answer the question. Did you sign a contract on, look, I'm going to take this offer just like this, DoorDash. DoorDash, I got to get my money. All of us hit agreed. Now, didn't we? Now, who contract was it? Was it ours or was it theirs? Man, is that real enough for you gentlemen and ladies? I think it is. We need to get out of that mindset. Since all of us done got duped and pimped, we need to figure out a way to maximize our earnings. I talk about it all the time. We need to take ownership, title and deed. Take some ownership, title and deed. I got a title for this here. I don't owe no payments on here. With my maintenance, I'm finna do. I'm just saying, the vehicle that was in a wreck, I had to keep making payments for it because it wasn't paid for. Then that unfortunate event happened. It got taken care of. I don't have that debt anymore, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to really pay attention on how we look at things. It's not taking a sharp shot at her, but I'm getting sick and tired of service providers and food delivery people, just such as us, that's freelancers, misclassified employees, and we always throwing that title out there that I'm an independent contractor. You just admit that you done been duped into being an employee without the W-2 and the benefits. So now, since you know now how do you make it work for you is the question. Then you want to complain about, well, tax time. There's a lot of drivers out here ain't paying taxes. Come on, let's get it real. There's a lot of drivers out here not paying taxes because they're treating it like a side hustle. So if you're treating it like a side hustle, you're not paying taxes. Now, isn't that right? Don't come in here. I ain't saying it's you, but don't come in here thinking all the drivers paying taxes because we're not. A lot of us not paying taxes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Told you I was going to keep it real. I get excited sometimes. I get my feelings involved sometimes. And that's when people say, look at us, he jumping on us now. And that's why I don't like DoorDash Revolution, because I keep it that real. I try to get them to snap back into reality. Now, since we done been duped into being misclassified employees, now what you gonna do about it? Decision is yours. I'm not even gonna tell you. You got to make up your mind what you're getting ready to do about, okay, it's a reality now. Reality number one, the pandemic honeymoon phase is over. Newsflash, it's over. The next news flash, quit telling folks you're an independent contractor when you actually been duped into being an employee without the benefits. Well, we have perks. Now, how you gonna make that work? Light bulbs of reality need to be kicking in here, in that dome. The light done been turned on. Quit making excuses. We all done got pimped. Now, how we gonna make it work for us so we can get into a legitimized business to where we set the prices, we set the contracts, we take ownership. but then working for hourly rate, are we anymore? That was the question she had. Are we any more independent contractors? No. No, I've been saying it. No. H to no. You asked the right question at the end. We have been duped from Pedro all the way down to being an employee. That's the reason why you got so many dirty drivers out here. That's why you got drivers dirty apping, dirty cherry picking, dirty multi apping, trying to cheat the system. That's why this is foolishness is going on, because they felt that they got pimped. And we did. Now what you gonna do about it? If you got an exit plan and an exit strategy, you can utilize this as a business, create you a business. He got something he wants to say. I usually be doing it on this phone. I usually be doing it on tap. I got to get my stuff back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of decision we want to make back and making sure that we cover when you have an automobile accident? DoorDash don't pay for this. Uber Eats don't pay for this. Grubhub don't pay for it. Deliver that don't pay for that. Amazon Flex don't pay for that. They don't pay for that because they ain't in the contract for them. So are you a freelancer? Are you a service provider? Or are you a business owner? Is the question. If I had a business, troubleshooters general maintenance service, then when my business partner calls me to get bankrupt, trusting him, I had to give me a new one called skilled craftsman. And I had a brother in here said he had a skill doing something. All right. Hero Fix said, TV said, you're preaching to the congregation. Yeah, they need to know what's going on. With deceiving themselves and with listening to those that's deceiving them. But in reality, we all done got pimped. Yep, I got pimped too. But I'm doing something about it. Nobody else, I'm doing something about it. You're going to see it in videos when I do it. You're going to see me interacting with businesses for a reason. You're going to see me interacting with merchants for a reason. You're going to see me interacting with customers for a reason. You're going to see me interacting with rideshare for a reason. I can't reveal all the stuff I got to give to the audience today. You just keep watching these videos. You keep paying attention to every episode. Because if you miss one, you're not going to understand what the other video is about. You're going to be asking questions such as this when you didn't look at the whole thing. So I'm still at work. We dressed on one comment today because it was very important to her, and it's very important, and hopefully it's very important. Also, come tax time, we just got to talk about that. How does that work? I'm not a tax advisor. What I will suggest is that you get you one. Okay. That we all get one and let them ask it. Let the experts answer that question. Because DoorDash Revolution can't answer that because I'm not a tax advisor. All right. We very well have answered her question. See, do I have time to answer no? She might have been the only one to ask the question. Let me see. Let's see. I will be doing live stream episodes discussing the topics of the viewers because they need to know. People need to know. And if I know the answer, I'm going to let you. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to bet beside me. I just don't know. What am I going to be embarrassed for if I don't know an answer to something?
You respect me for telling you that I don't know the answer, then mislead you with a lie. Is that right? Okay. All right then. So, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed this episode. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And it humbles me. And it opened my eyes. Because I was one of them content creators that was also not responding to these comments. And I apologize for that. We're gonna start responding to it. I'm gonna give you as real of an answer that you may like it, you may, but you wanted an answer. And I'm gonna give it to you. And if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna go to somebody else for this one. I'm not gonna say I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you I'm saying. You know? So that's the reason I did this guarantee pay versus guarantee hourly pay. Because I want to know how many drivers actually understood it. I want to know what drivers' mindset was on this. Remember, I wrote the narrative. I wrote the narrative for a reason. To get a response. I wanted to know. Since I got the response, now I got the answer and address the response. That was the reason I did this. That's the reason I do all my content. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to get off of that. Yes, our EBT orders prorated on an hourly base pay. 70% of you said yes. And the answer for the explanation was drivers don't meet the minimum criteria are paid for their time and distance. That was in the community post. Let me check the comments in there for a second. Timothy Slaughter, this is what he said. And I told him I was going to address this. On hourly DoorDash, please note if you are on an active hourly pay order and you multi-app and take an order and participate in that order while you are on an active hourly DoorDash, you are in breach of DoorDash contract and you will be deactivated. And they can easily tell what's up. Just a heads up. Thank you, Timothy Slaughter. I hope you're looking at it today. If you're not, I hope somebody inform you in the other channels that you be in that the DoorDash revolution did address your information on the live. This was my answer to him. Thank you, my brother. I will definitely share this information with you. I just did that, ladies and gentlemen. I just did that. Lisa Shirley. I told you I was going to get around too. So are you paid the difference weekly, bi-weekly, daily? This is the answer I gave her. And I'm going to add a little bit to that. So, let me go to Lisa. This is Lisa. This is my answer. No. Is doing each active hour. Now, I'm correct that. When we get that hourly guaranteed paid offer, we are getting a prorated amount per minute. We're getting paid per minute on that active delivery, not bi-weekly, not weekly. At the after each order, DoorDash said that it begins once you accept it, and it ends once you hit that complete button. This is DoorDash version of the Prop 22 without the Prop 22 full benefits. Just answer your question, Lisa. Somebody let Lisa Shirley Wild Adventures know. Look at this video here because the DoorDash revolution has addressed it. I may take clips out of these screenshots or screen record of the answers that I'm giving to the viewers and put it in my community post. Probably even a better idea because when it hits, and if they subscribe to the channel, they can receive it. That's probably wake up. Talk. Mine is if I work half the hour with no tip, I would get about $6. DoorDash told us it's 7. So talk is right. We're gonna talk about that too, maybe in the next episode. Because I'm already almost 2 hours in this. See, and this one I replied to him. Thank you for sharing your experience. It keeps me humble. Thank you, viewers, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come listen to this information that you can get some value from. Keeps me humble. Thank you for responding to these episodes. Thank you for giving your comments that were positive comments, not trolling, not bashing the DoorDash revolution. Keeps me humble. People didn't believe that I would tell folks in my statement, thank you, because it keeps me humble. Now you heard me verbally say, you see. Let's see what we got here. We got here when I'm listening out here. Man, I hope the tier pro we talked about this song. Okay. Sounds like the tier will be more difficult for part-time managers. No, it won't be difficult for part-time managers. You already got UDM talking about that program, and others talking about it. When it gets to mine, I'll probably be one of the last content creators to talk about it. And you already see how I break things down. You already see how I think differently than everybody. So I'm not saying because I think differently that I'm better than you. Nah, I'm just trying to be a better man with a plan. That's all it is. Let's see. It's not knocking UDM. He done a very good episode of videos of his experience with the tier program. Very good information. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. You got New York Yeti, whatever the M means. Okay, we done got down to everybody. I believe. Let's see if I'm missing. DML says 78%. Okay. We have to work the numbers up a little bit more. The higher the number is, the better the chances are. That's another reason why people was using the airplane mode, the two phases of the airplane mode, and then was using the 4-stop glitch. It actually was 5. I heard it was 7. So DoorDash cracked down on this. You see what I'm saying? Okay. See that I miss it? Did I miss it? Scheduling do sucks. It sucks. I promise you. It's not my first time going through this experience. I went through this experience when I was doing the case 18 years ago. Talking about that I was mature, get my way to top passion. I didn't believe in the hell way of doing things. It just didn't seem right. It seemed like it scared me from the jump. DoorDash Revolution had enough sense of its own to do it a different way, and it worked. Also got the episodes also there. All right, we have skills. That's Hero TV. I'm a leather craftsman myself. See what I'm saying? And I also do woodwork too. Wow. See, can I sit there and find a picture on that? I'm just going to show you one of my handiworks. But person said 5-year-old can do that well. 5-year-old can do it. And then they say, let me go to the gallery. I can pull it up. Okay, let's see. I got a lot of catering orders I can show today if I wanted to. Let's see. Wow, that's an ugly red. Matter of fact, that's one right there. See, I do catering orders. That's one right there, ladies and gentlemen. I did that. They kicked me on the way out. Let's skip that. There goes another catering order, ladies. Okay. These are past catering orders. They even got the timestamps and dates. So, yeah, it was last year. And yes, we do get snow in our area, ladies. There it is right there. Still digging. Dig that deep. That's the vehicle that I'm actually doing my deliveries in right now. I could blow the screen up so you can see what it is. There it is right there, ladies. And plus the crack screen. You see it was snow. That's the one that's the other one that I had registered. And we got a Red Robin catering order right there. Top there, and then we got right there when I did my first catering. This is one I want to show everybody. That was a good payout right there to deliver that catering order right there. You'll see that was last year. Actually, it was 2 years ago. To let you know how long I've been on that. I'm still digging trying to find this picture. Wait, right. I'm still digging. Man, all these photos in. I don't know if you can see it. Man. I don't think you can see it. Really blow it up. That ain't gonna look like you'll be able to see that. Made a better picture. Facebook is not. I'm gonna do it like here. Put it in here. These photos. Yeah, everybody. So I'm gonna show y'all the next episode. It's taking me to this information. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna show you the next video. I want to take a little picture of it. But we getting ready to end this. I'm getting ready to get started. Put it in the comment section down below. Put it in the live chat down below. Do you want to do more of this for my live streams? Be able to address topics for discussion for viewers, for those that leave comments, for my subscribers. We will do this here. Also, when I get the membership package and everything, I can do it on Patreon. I ain't gotta wait to do it on YouTube. I can do it. Be able to have interviews with the audience, where we can have these topics of discussion and everything under a controlled environment, one-on-one type. Because I do my stuff on YouTube Live, where I have your phone, you don't want to get the link. We got moderators that's keep it under control environment, topics of discussion to bring value to you. That's what we want to do. I don't want to be that content creator anymore that's missing powerful information in the comment section and leaving it unaddressed. You know, we're going to do better by that. We're going to do better by you by that. That's what I want to tell you. You know, these comments here kept me humble. Please let Timothy Slaughter know that we address his today with the powerful information he put out there to let him know. Lisa Shirley, let her know. Let Outlet Ashes, let her know. And I'm going to be doing it more and more. So people can understand. You know, if I get a little too close, I get pull back, right? You know, let them know this is what I'm getting ready to start. It was an idea for these subscribers, these viewers from the audience that turn that light bulb on for me. And have an idea that I start addressing these things. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you. Be a man about it. I don't know everything. And neither do you. So somebody do. I just hope they be real enough to keep it real. Is where we try to get with this here. This is Take It to the Streets live morning show, one of the baddest morning shows in the gig community. So we will be putting out, to be announced, different projects we be working on. I will be dealing with the Black businesses. I will be dealing in the Black community with Black businesses, Black business owners. I will be dealing with other business owners, people of color. All of that, we're going to be bringing powerful information for you, where you can get these resources, where you might start your own thing. Remember again, titles and deeds and ownership. Then you can sit there and say you truly are an independent contractor. Peace, take care. We'll be right back again. Lights on, lights off. And we'll see you in the next video.